So I knew I was okay. He sold 11 million records. And he had deals with Jay-Z and them, but Jay-Z ain't never did. I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat you like this.
Oh, he definitely like playing you out. This nigga.
Jay-Z might not even say hard as though.
So we just had a lit. Jay-Z ain't never take you to a party like this.
A lot of me from the hood, so people look at Bleak and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh
yeah. That's why you got like Yayo talking about Jay don't take care of. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo smoke hard coke,
yo chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene.
Don't complain, but he's got a good life, man.
Yeah. Jim Jones simply sparked the wrong kind of controversy. Uncle Murda also doesn't give up easily. What began as a clever remark escalated into a full-fledged controversy. After Tony Yayo claimed that 50 Cent looks after his people better than Jay-Z, Jim felt he could make fun of him. However, the jab backfired significantly. Uncle Murda, who has ties to both Gunnet and Rockfall, decided to correct the record. The entire internet pays attention when Murda speaks. He didn't hesitate for a moment. Murda made it quite evident that 50 has been repressing his people since the beginning.
Spoke about how
Jay don't look
out for Bleak like Fib look out for you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I just want to clear that up. Hov don't have to.
And then he said he eat his home halal.
You know what I mean?
All right. Okay.
I'm chewing halal on my own.
He eats on his own. I eat on my own too.
Right.
On my own tour. I just came off tour.
Right.
When have you seen Bleak on tour? On his own. Jay-Z is not a bad guy. Bleak is not a bad guy. I'm not saying. I'm saying to you that Jay-Z was all business with them niggas. When Buck up on his taxes, 50 a piece or more. When Prodigy bought a house and needed more money, 50 a piece or more. Prodigy are paying back. The thing with 50 is, it was business and we was friends. I don't feel like Bleak was Jay-Z friend. I don't feel like Young Guns was Jay-Z friend. It came to a point where 50 was helping C.
His staff is devoted, stays near, and eats well. A bond like that never breaks. However, Murda implied that Jay-Z is all about business. Aloof, calculating, and cold. That Rock Nation brunch invitation quickly vanishes the moment you cease adding value. You can declare Hov. Online fans instantly divided into opposing groups. Some praise Jay as a clever businessman. Some criticize it as cruel, claiming that 50 manages his business like a family and doesn't keep showing up next to him.
Like, the nigga keep showing up next to the down. That's an indication to me he might have some feelings towards me. That is just everywhere I got an issue. You show up around me. So, I mean, you don't get music, because the music ain't usually my motivation. My morals come off the curb. So if you see a nigga keep being around nigga, when he come around, like, your antennas go off. So he in a position where he might feel like he did.
Everyone is talking about the conflict between power and loyalty. And it's obvious that this rivalry has gone well beyond a few clever words. Let's go back to the beginning of this entire tempest. Tony, during an interview, Yo revealed some shocking facts that left fans reeling. Nothing was sugarcoated by him. According to him, 50 Cent looks out for his people more than Jay-Z does. The internet was illuminated by that statement. Yo clarified that 50 always ensures his staff is taken care of not only verbally, but also practically. From taking his day ones on tours to flying them out on private planes.
A lot of me from the hood, so people look at Bleak and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh
yeah. That's why you got like Yayo talking about Jay don't take care of. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo smoke hard coke,
yo chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something, yo.
You do need
you
that
might
help.
need
That's
2
why,
ounces.
That's why
Pay in full move. I got a G for every bump in your face. I promise you that.
That's
I promise you that.
Why you worrying about
Peon, you broke. You know I got it.
I was in 50 crib, no roaches and all that, mean little spot. Small spot. Nobody believes me. I know you playing Get Rich or Die Trying already in the crib. You had to ask that done. Like, let's just go. And like everybody get confused because they don't think that your dream is gonna come. But you gotta, you know what I mean? That's why I respect him, because we have more of an insist. We had 50 Cent. So I knew I was okay. We sold 11 million records. Even motherfucker, he had deals with Jay-Z in there, but Jay-Z ain't gonna never. I always tell him all the time, Jay-Z ain't treat you like this.
Oh, he definitely like playing this.
Jay-Z might not be so hard though.
So we just had the party we was just at in Miami with the Kardashians, Serena Williams, and everybody. We just finished performing. Great time, right? First thing my man here wanna say, yeah, lit. Jay-Z will never take you to a party like this.
You might get him.
Allowing them to flourish in commercial endeavors, TV series, and music videos. Loyalty in the 50s goes deep. He discusses more than just brotherhood. He lives it. He stated unequivocally that the people who helped him grow have always benefited from his 50 successes. Additionally, fans were unable to ignore the contrast between Jay's aloof corporate energy and 50's devotion to the family. Let's discuss how things actually got out of hand. Loyalty was all that 50 ever asked of his people. No more, no less. Jim Jones then entered the mix, though. At that point, everything quickly became chaotic. Jim began disparaging Tony Yayo during an interview with Memphis Bleak, calling him broke and asserting that he was still living off of 50 Cent's brand. Uncle Murda came into play at that point with a vengeance. He reminded everyone just who he was dealing with when he unleashed the phrase so raw that it rocked the internet. Uncle Murda didn't hesitate to speak. Clowning like a New York street vet, he went directly for Jim's pride by criticizing his appearance, personal hygiene, and envy. He told Jim that he appeared to be in need of assistance, challenged him to speak slickly once more, and declared that he would pay $1 million for every bump on his face. It was unsightly. It was intimate. And it was precisely the type of retort that quickly becomes viral. Through the screen, fans could sense the genuine hood excitement. Uncle Murda then explained why he holds 50 in such high regard. When everyone questioned 50's dreams, he said, people laughed and money was tied when he had a small space. 50 was steadfast, persistent, and devoted to his people. When he eventually made it, he made sure everyone ate. Because 50 treats individuals like family, in contrast to Jay-Z, who views them as business partners. Murda dropped that iconic bar at that moment. Although 50 got brothers, Jay had business partners. That struck deeply as truth rather than merely a CD. The internet exploded. While some fans believed Uncle Murda simply reminded everyone who the true boss in the game is, others think Jim was inappropriate for insulting Yo. They emphasized how 50 maintains his day one brilliance. They earned it from the beginning, not because he had to. Yo and Murda both stated in interviews that 50 never forgot his origins or the people who supported him when no one else did. For him, loyalty isn't a catchphrase. It serves as the cornerstone of everything he has constructed. Naturally, however, social media became divided. Some supported the Jim by claiming that Jay-Z doesn't need to publicly display his generosity to demonstrate his loyalty and that Yo still survives on 50's fame. The majority of people didn't buy their claim that Jay isn't aiding behind closed doors just because he doesn't post money moves. Jim was dragged by the majority for getting involved in arguments that weren't related to him. The comments came pouring in. Someone said, Jim Jones is talking tough like he didn't run last time. Hands got thrown. Jimmy is doing too much just to stay relevant, another person said. Another person kept it brief. Jim claimed to be superior to Yo. It's enough. That single quote from Uncle Murda continued to reverberate as the internet discussed. 50 got brothers, but Jay got business partners. It was more than a punchline. It was an actual experience. Murda had only been with Rockefeller for about a year when he joined Gunnet. At that point, he realized what true loyalty looked like. He learned about long-term success, ownership, and money from 50. Murda even claimed that 50's guidance helped him purchase his first home. 50 didn't merely distribute chains. He distributed the game. He taught his people how to make wise decisions, invest, and win ethically. Yayo also supported that. Everyone around me wins when 50 wins, he remarked. 50 ensures his staff is strong for anything from foreign tours to achieving financial independence. He creates futures rather than just fame. Leadership is that. Loyalty is that. That's what sets him apart from the others. Your family for life once you're in with 50. Compare that to Jay-Z now. His circle had an entirely distinct energy. Jay moves like a titan of business. Strategic, astute, yet icy. He has transactional relationships. Not made for fraternity, but good for business. Examine the past performance. Dame Dash, Kanye West, and Beanie Sigel all contributed to Jay's success until being cut off when they were no longer needed. Jay-Z, who brought Jay into the game and mentored him, was also left behind. Jay-Z himself said it. They used to be brothers. However, Jay pretended that jazz didn't exist when he reached the top. The individual who influenced Jay's early career was called names, treated disrespectfully, and fired. That betrayal was deeply hurtful. It didn't end there either. One of Jay's closest pals from Marcy Projects, DeHaven, said that Jay abandoned him as well, and even published false information about him. DeHaven remarked, "I guess I was just useful until I wasn't," and that hurt was felt by supporters. Therefore, it wasn't just a bar when Uncle Murda spoke that sentence. Jay got business partners, but 50 got brothers. It was a factual statement. Jay constructs boardrooms. 50 creates fraternities. The focus of Jay's empire is business. The legacy of the 1950s is one of commitment. And ultimately, that's what really makes a difference. Because 50 never lost sight of his true self before becoming famous. The Queen's child who had to struggle for every available inch. The same individuals who supported him back then are still there today. Banks, Yo, and Murda are continuing riding, eating, and winning. It's no accident. That is a prize for loyalty. It's true. And that's precisely why 50 Street respect will always be different. Regardless of how many billions Jay amasses, this is the point at which things start to get serious. 50 Cent doesn't merely give his people money. He puts money into them. He places them in rooms with influential people, offers them platforms, and teaches them how to turn their street hustle into legitimate business strategies. Fans also observe the change. 50 isn't a guarantee of success. He equips his staff to succeed independently. He is not a babysitter. He is constructing bosses. Instead of only following his lead, every one of his people is learning how to leave their own legacy. However, comments on Jay-Z are consistently made online. HOV does not play checkers. He plays chess. Every action has a plan. Every relationship has a role in business. It's never intimate. It is computed. And that link subtly disappears the moment something ceases to suit that billion-dollar vision. Just gone. No drama, no quarrel. Jay is still regarded as a genius by many. However, even his staunchest followers acknowledge that when your empire is based primarily on contracts and relationships, it can be lonely at the top. The atmosphere between the two sides began to deteriorate at that point due to the internet. Rock Nation versus Gun It. And the contrast is insane, man. It's like a family reunion when Git connects. There is vigor, humor, and fraternity. It is palpable through the screen. However, Rock Nation events are more akin to business conferences. Short conversations, tight smiles, and sharp suits. Uncle Murda's statement that 50 bills, brothers, not just brands, was exactly what he meant. Insiders support it as well. From producers to rappers, everyone says the same thing. 50 is committed to you for the rest of his life, if he rocks with you. In a game where players swap sides as soon as the money hits the table, that level of loyalty is uncommon. Even stranger is the fact that 50's loyalty is calculated rather than merely sentimental. He is aware that the empire as a whole is strengthened when you look after your people. Each time 50 initiates contact. His day ones eat too, whether it's a business play, tour,